Hello, Otaku with Joshi and Anime Curious. My name is Random Sama 613 and welcome to Anime Opinions. This is week number 2 of my fall 2013 final impressions, and this week is going to be the much anticipated and much lauded series Kyoukai no Kanata, or Beyond the Boundary. So I mentioned in my first impressions video of this, which I'm sure will be annotated somewhere around here, that I really liked the series when I watched the first episode. I could tell it had a lot of potential. I could tell that it was going to have a darker spin, but it was still really fluffy and had that Kyoto Animation signature cute girls, cute things kind of deal. I really like the animation quality, but Kyoto Animation always does gorgeous work. I mentioned last week that in Unbreakable Machine Doll it had a softer focus and I hated it. Kyoukai no Kanata had a softer animation focus and I liked it. So this, you can kind of look at it, you can see the difference between the two, because it didn't feel fuzzy to me, it just had a softer feel to it, which I really liked in this case. The music, the opening, and just the music entirely was really good. The soundtrack was fantastic, which is really good. I mean, again, it's Kyoto Animation, they tend to do really good soundtracks, so but it was still nice to see a good soundtrack. So the biggest thing about Kyoukai no Kanata that was amazing is the plot. The plot is fantastic. I won't spoil anything in case you haven't watched it, but it's a really well fleshed out world. The way the characters interact is fantastic. I love the interaction between Mirai and Akihito, the two main characters. I really love the way that works. I love all the peripheral characters. I love the somewhat political intrigue, I guess would be the way to put it, between the Nasai family and the Society of Spirit World Warriors. I absolutely love that kind of back and forth stuff. I love the series. So, and the plot is fantastic. It kept me interested all 12 or 13 episodes. I don't remember how long it was, but it kept me interested. This was the only series I watched every week. Even when I became busy and didn't have time to watch a lot of series, I watched Kyoukai no Kanata every week. So I don't like to watch anime on a weekly basis, generally speaking. I like to kind of wait until they're done and then watch them all in a couple of days. That's just how I've watched anime for forever. I've never really watched them as they come out, because for the most part, I couldn't do that. I didn't have internet access on a computer. I didn't have a computer that could just watch stuff every week. So I watched them in batches as I had them. And the fact that I wanted to watch this series every week should really stand out. It was that good. And the ending was perfect. I thought they were going to end it slightly differently, and I probably would have hated the series at the ending than what I thought it was going to be. I'm glad they didn't do what I had a feeling they were going to do. They surprised me in the last, 30 seconds of the last episode. And I'm really glad they did, because I would have hated the series for the ending if they had done what I had a feeling they'd do. Kyoto Animation did a really great job of making a darker series, because, as I've said, they do fluffier stuff. They've done K-On! and things in that vein. Usually cute girls doing cute things. They don't generally do darker series. They don't do action series per se. They did Haruhi, which doesn't really count, but I guess it kind of does. It's really interesting to see them, take something and say, let's make it dark and make it heavy and have a really good plot and not just have cute girls doing cute things. And they did a fantastic job. I can't think of another studio that's done something similar, and it was so good. All the characters are great, like I said. The villains are fantastic, or I guess villain, there's only really one, and he was fantastic. All the peripheral characters are great. They all have fleshed out backstories. They all, how they relate to each other is explained, which is great. And it's such a good series. I heartily recommend it. I cannot recommend it enough. If you have not watched Beyond the Boundary or Kyoukai no Kanata, they're the same series. If you haven't watched this series, go watch it. It's on Crunchyroll. You can watch it for free. It's all out. It's 12 episodes. It will be probably some of the best anime you will see for quite a while. This one topped a lot of stuff this year, and it was really good. I'm looking forward to seeing what Kyoto Animation does next. If they kind of keep up with this, let's do some darker series. I want to see if they can keep up this level of quality, because if they can, they're I always watch Kyoto Animation series anyway for the most part, but I will for sure be watching more Kyoto Animation series if they keep this up. But What did you guys think about Beyond the Boundary? Go ahead and throw me a comment down below and let me know what you think. While you're down there, if you want to subscribe to my channel, I'd really appreciate it. I do put out a video every Thursday. And as I said last week, my format will change slightly. It's not going to be all reviews. Just because I don't have time to watch as much anime as I did. If you go ahead and like the video, lets me know that I did something right. I'm not entirely sure what, but that's okay. Or if you want to dislike it because you didn't like what I did, go for it. That also gives me feedback. I like feedback a lot. But until next time, I'm RandomSama613. This has been Anime Opinions, and watch more anime.